Hello Office 365 users, this is Marie Henderson. In this video we're going to look at the branching features that are available in Office 365 forms. And so first I'm going to show you how to make a copy of a form or a quiz so that we can learn to use these features on one that I've already built here in the system. And so when you're on this forms dashboard, there are three dots in the corner of each form or quiz, and if you click on those you get some options here, and one of those is copy. So I'm going to make a copy of this quiz, and then if I click to open it, I can rename it. Maybe I want to denote that this is the one with branching. And then the first thing I want to do when I'm preparing to add branching to a quiz is to make sure that I have all of the questions I'm going to need created regardless of the path that a respondent might take over the course of their form or quiz. For instance, if I'm asking questions about colors, and obviously this is a pretend question, but if I'm trying to gather information about colors or see how my students are doing with colors, I would want to have all of my color questions created before I move to using the branching features. So a quick way to add additional questions here in Office 365 forms is to select a question and then to click the little duplicate button that's here in the top right corner in the editing menu of a question. And so then now I have a second question that says the exact same thing, but I can change the words here just as an example. What color is Mrs. Henderson's red blazer? And so then you can mark your correct answer and use any of the other features as needed before possibly duplicating that question again. And then we can ask, what color are the gold McDonald's arches? And then we'd want to add in correct responses or edit some of our responses and mark the correct answer before we go back up to that first question and add in our branching options. So here on question 1, maybe you're wanting to ask those additional color questions to reinforce for someone who got a question wrong, or maybe when you're using a form, if you're wanting to ask additional questions only if someone answers in the affirmative. Are you interested? And the respondent says yes, and so then additional questions are offered in some manner. So here in the bottom right corner, if I click on more settings for the question, and then I click to add branching, we can select for the correct answer to move on to question 4, which is not about color, but for each of our wrong answers, we can make it move on and ask the additional color questions. And so then here again on number 2, if they answer correctly, we can have them skip the next color question, moving on to question 4. But if they answer incorrectly, have them get the additional color question here. You'll notice each time you select to use the branching features for a question that one of those options is simply to move to the end of the form. So it's possible that once a student has answered enough questions correctly that they can simply be finished, or that if they express a lack of interest in something in a form situation, that they can be finished answering the questions as well. And so to get out of the branching menu, simply click back in the top left corner, and then you can go on with editing questions or again adding additional questions that you're going to use for branching options. As always, if you have questions or need further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks and have a great day.